Alright everybody, welcome back to our Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights original campaign. So we just finished talking to Olgerd here. He gave us a chain shirt, and we bought ourselves a large shield and sold some other stuff. So we're going to head into the next room, and we're going to talk to the next person here, Berna.
Hey there! You're one of the students here at the academy, aren't you?
I'm Berna, an instructor here at the Academy. If you like, I can give you a quick tutorial on how to use your map and journal. I'm going to say no. I will show you real fast. You press J, you open the journal. You have a description of your quests. These are your completed quests. These are notes that you take yourself. You press M, a map shows up. Super straightforward. Alright, press tab, it will highlight all interactable objects. So let's go ahead and loot ourselves some books, which we can sell later. Now, normally if you do a good job and your praise is high enough, that salesman, Olgerd, right at the beginning, has the best sell prices in the whole game, I think, as far as you selling things. So if you want to really maximize the beginning of your run, you can basically go through everything up to graduation in the academy, gather up all the items possible, and then sell them to him before graduation. And that's how you maximize the most money you can get at the beginning of your run. But we messed up our appraise check with him, so we're not getting good prices. Alright.
It's about time you showed up, recruit. My name is Herben. As far as your worthless hide is concerned, you can just call me sir.
It's my job to teach you raw recruits some tips on combat technique so you maggots don't get gutted out there in the real world. Well, recruit, don't just stand there with that dopey expression on your face. What's it going to be? Are you ready to begin your combat training or aren't you? This guy likes to have his ego fluffed, so we're just going to fluff his ego. Sir, I'm ready, sir! That's what I like to hear, recruit. With that attitude, you might actually make something of yourself in this world. This information might save your life sometime, recruit, so listen up. Alright, and then it looks like we're just going to be doing a bunch of fourth wall breaking, telling me how to play the game and attack people and stuff, so I will quickly go through this. Yes, I do follow you, sir. Alright, same thing, same thing. Alright, so I'm just going to keep pushing through this until we get to the actual talk here. Alright, go speak to my assistants. Corporal Dendy at the southeast end of the room can test you in melee weapons. Then, for your test in ranged combat and missile weapons, speak to Corporal Hewitt over near the west wall. Solid. Alright, we have Dendy here. These people don't have that much interesting to say. So we'll talk to Dandy first. Sorry,
So,
Dendy.
Herben sent you over for your combat trial, did he? Well, my name is Dendy. I specialize in melee weapon combat. Are you ready to begin your final test?
Yeah, I'm ready. Don't worry, there's nothing to it. You and I are going to spar. I'll be in parry mode the whole time, trying to deflect your attacks. All you have to do is hit me once to pass the test. Or, if you prefer, all you have to do is use your weapon to destroy the target dummy next to me. Choice is up to you. Either attack me or the dummy. Since I'm not hostile, you'll have to right-click on me, then select the attack icon from... Okay, yeah. Alright, we're just going to hit the dummy. Ooh, that was a nice critical hit right off the bat.
Go and talk to Hewitt to continue your test.
No problem. Gilbert doesn't have much to say. Neither does... What was that? Erden? You can't talk to this guy, though. Alright, first let's talk to Hewitt, though.
So Harbin sent you over for your combat trial, did he? Well, my name is Hewitt. I specialize in ranged and missile weapon combat. Are you ready to begin the final test?
I am ready for ranged and missile weapon combat trial. Don't worry, there's nothing to it. All you have to do is hit the target at the end of the hall with a missile weapon. You can grab a missile weapon from the weapon rack right here beside me. Fire away when you're ready. I'll let you know if you hit the target. Alright. Here's something that eluded me my whole life. There's a bunch of weapons here that you can grab, but then, if you look up here, first or second, you can also grab more weapons from the second page there. Gotta keep on the lookout if there's chests that seem to be overly full. I can use any of these. Let's just go ahead and use the arrow and longbow. I can't believe I missed. I rolled a 1. Look at that. Keep going.
Nice shot.
Alright, we got it.
I guess congratulations are in order. You passed the combat trial and completed your basic training. Your days at the academy are finally over.
If you hurry, you can join the other academy graduates in the South Assembly Hall. Lady Arabeth is there bestowing blessings on everyone who has completed basic training. Who's this Lady Arabeth you speak of? You're kidding, right? Everyone knows that Lady Arabeth Tilmarande. Yeah, Tilmarand. The famous elven paladin of Tyr is here at the academy. Everyone's talking about it. I hope I get a chance to meet her when my shift is over. Sounds like he's got a crush. If you hurry, you can join the other academy graduates in the South Assembly Hall. Okay, alright, I think we've been through that already. That's it, my training's over. Keep in mind, this is only the final stage of everything you have learned while you've been here at the academy. This is a mere formality. You've already proven yourself worthy of going out into the world. Alright, good enough for me. So there's one little treat here before we move on from this section. We talk to Ferdinand. I am indeed impressive. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Covid. I'm Ferdinand, the Academy's resident keeper of exotic creatures. I was afraid you wouldn't make it by my little corner before you completed your training here at the Academy. So have you come here to view the menagerie, or was there something else I could do for you? I want to see the menagerie. Certainly, as long as you're here at the Academy, you're free to view the menagerie anytime you want. Don't worry, the monsters in there can't hurt you. We've taken every precaution, including powerful spells of binding, to make the menagerie completely safe for both visitors and the creatures inside. Just head on through the door here whenever you're ready to view the wonders of my little beasties. And if you want, you guys can see some cool creatures that you will see further on in the game. So stag beetle, dire spider, ugh, I hate dire spiders, umber hulks, powerful mind affecting abilities, eder caps, and hook horrors from the Underdark. Alrighty, so let's talk to Herbin again, and we'll get some boots, I think.
Back again, recruit. What do you want this time? And you better address me as sir, or this conversation is over.
I have completed my training, sir. What now? You've passed the combat trials, recruit. There's nothing more we can teach you here. You've completed your basic training. Time to reap rewards. I don't normally do this, but I like you, recruit. Here, take this gift for passing the test. Now you're ready to leave the academy and face the world. Just head out into the hall and go to the south end. The guard there will let you into the assembly hall with the rest of the graduating recruits. Alright, I misremembered, and maybe it's randomized, or maybe it's dependent on class within the more combat-oriented classes. So we got a chain shirt, which is great for us. We love our extra XP. I will re-equip our scimitar and shield. Or sorry, not extra XP, extra AC. And I'm going to go sell my old armor to Olgerd real quick. I do have a decent amount of strength, which will let me carry a lot of stuff. But armor can get heavy if you have several suits of armor with you. So let's just sell that off right now. Actually, I'm just going to sell all this off that I don't need. Alright, I think that's everything. Looks good. Alright, we're gonna move on to grabbing one more we're gonna move on to the magic area here. And we're gonna loot this area. If you're lucky, you can find some scrolls in the bookcases. You'll definitely find 2 scrolls here. I think you always find Melf's Acid Arrow and something else? Magic Missile. Alright, this would be your trainer if you were a magician of some sort. Bookshelf, come on, scroll, come on, scroll. No, just books. Scrolls are more expensive. All the books.
Come speak to me.
Alright, can't loot anything over here, I don't think. But there is an opportunity to grab something from this desk over here. Solid 2 gold pieces. If you want to see it real fast, this is the area for rogues and the like. They have some things for you to lockpick and traps to disarm and stuff like that. And over here you have the more divine magic, your druids, clerics, stuff like that.
I beseech you to speak with me. Now that you've finished your training, you can go on into the South Assembly Hall if you want. Lady Arabeth is still granting blessings to all the Academy graduates.
I'll be going now. My fellow students, and here are the desks. Potions, nice. And more gold pieces. These are the last things that you can loot and then go back to Olger to sell before moving further on in the story. Divining Pool doesn't really have anything in it, I don't think. But it does hold... You'll find quest items in here if you drop them elsewhere. This obviously magical pool is filled with an opaque, viscous liquid. The tingle of immense power radiates from the pool, and simply being near it fills you with a sense of divine will. An engraving on the side of the pool explains its purpose. Infused with the essence of immortal Tyr himself, the pool of righteous energy will recover any relics lost by those who act in the service of the just god. A small donation to honor Tyr's holy might will be appreciated. And if you look inside, you will find any quest items that you might have dropped on the ground somewhere else. Makes it easy so you don't get stuck somewhere. Alright, let's talk to Arabeth.
Congratulations! Your training here at the Academy is now complete. May the blessing of Tyr be upon you. I have been looking forward to meeting you. The instructors here at the Academy speak very highly of your skills. I am Lady Arabeth de Tilmarand.
Ah, see, we did get it correct at the last second.
Perhaps after the graduation ceremonies, we can speak in private. Neverwinter can use someone like you.
A good man.
We should arrange to... Wait, what was that? Did you feel it? Brace yourself, we are under attack.
Alrighty. And then there's gonna be some people popping up to kill. You only get XP for things you kill. So if you don't get last hit, you don't get the XP. XP doesn't matter too much in this run. Because in the prelude we got automatic level points.
I must speak with you.
Yep. Let's see if it takes about 6 seconds for combat to cool down.
There is
You can talk
not
to people.
much time. I fear this is no random attack we have suffered. As you may already know, a number of creatures were brought from Waterdeep here to the Academy. It was believed the reagents for a spell to create a cure could be extracted from them. We tried to keep this information secret, but this attack reveals our secret is well known, even to our enemies.
Enemies? Who are these enemies you speak of?
Neverwinter has many enemies. Some declare themselves openly, such as the city of Luskin. Others keep their identities hidden from us, striking from the shadows. I do not know who is behind this attack, but it is obvious they are here to destroy our hope of ending the Wailing Death. You must protect the Waterdavian creatures. They must not be allowed to fall into the enemy's hands.
Where can I find these creatures, Lady Arabeth?
I would take you to the creatures myself if I could, but I fear my presence would make protecting the creatures more difficult, if not impossible. Our attackers appeared here in this room. It is likely their arrival was magically centered on me. They must have assumed I would be with the Waterdavian creatures. Even now, our enemy may be watching me through magical means, hoping I will lead them right to where the creatures are kept. I cannot take that risk.
She's a thinker, this one.
You must do this alone. Go back through the hallway leading to this room, and take the corridor to the east. It leads to the chambers where the Waterdavian beasts are being kept.
I will do as you command, Lady Arabeth.
Take this key. It will open the locked east door back in the hallway leading to this room. I will stay here. Hopefully my presence creatures they seek. Hurry! Make your way into the hall, and then to the chambers down the east corridor. That is where the Watadavian beasts are kept. The fate of Neverwinter depends on you. This key will open the door. May Tyr be with you.
Excellent. We have our first quest. So our combat training versus goblins is about to get very useful.
What's this? I was expecting Aribeth, not some wet behind the ears. Well, let's see how you deal with my minions.
Like this. Alrighty. It is absolutely not necessary to kill all of the goblins, but I think I will just for any potential drops they might give out. If you can see down here, these goblins do not have any bonus to their attack, so they have to roll a natural 18 or better. Actually, some of them looks like they might have a negative. Oh, I think it's because they were flanking me, maybe? They got the +2. So they basically have to roll a natural 20 in order to hit me. And one of them did. Or the equivalent, let's see. Yeah, they hit me with a natural 20. This is the
Make this fight count. It will be your
prologue, of course. So you don't want to make it too hard on the new players. Oh, speaking of which, let's check our game mode and see if we are... Alright, so yeah, we're on D&D Hardcore Rules. So, no special benefits. Letting the game make it too easy for us. Alright, more goblins back the way we came. You'll notice pretty much everybody we talked to is now dead, which is great. All these high-powered school instructors, right? No, easily routed by weak goblins.
It will be your last.
Alright, that's all the goblins. You gonna give us anything? Nope, no loot. Alright. Just this one over here. An Aventurine? Aventurine? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that particular gem. Oh, more remains over there. I'll grab that on the way out. Ooh, some goblins are taking a date at the zoo. So I don't know if I'm gonna 100% this run. I'm pretty familiar with the game, but I'm not sure I'll be able to do everything. Maybe I'll look at a guide and see if I can make sure that I at least complete every quest. I think that's possible. Another critical hit. Oh, so maybe I'll go into the reasoning as to why I'm building the character this way. Scimitars, yeah, scimitars, if you look at them, have an expanded critical threat range, which basically means most weapons you have to roll a natural 20 on the die in order to get a chance at getting a critical hit, which doubles your damage, or at least in this case it doubles your damage, the ×2 there. This one, an 18, a 19, or a 20, will give me a chance to get a critical hit. So rather than a 5% chance, it is a 15% chance, just 3 times as big. And I'm going to be working on trying to expand that even further with some of the special feats and bonuses that the Weapon Master class gets you. So I'm just hoping to deal some massive damage in that method. I have seen some other builds that kind of take it a bit further and they two-hand, or they wield dual weapons using a similar style. But I'd rather just have a little bit well-roundedness. Use a one-handed weapon and have a shield instead. What? You survived? It matters not. You will die here. And the reason I didn't attack him is the same I didn't attack the guy when I first entered the hallway, is that it is pretty much impossible to kill them. They will always teleport away after a round. So this chest right here is one that will usually give you a magical item specific to your character, or some good item that will help your character. I think it's based on your class. So fighters will get a Ring of Fortitude, which is kind of weird because fighters are usually already pretty good at Fortitude. I think that's their best save. So yeah, right here, Fortitude is a 5. That benefits from Constitution, Reflex benefits from a Dexterity, and your Will save benefits from your Wisdom. I have no bonuses to Wisdom. In fact, I have a penalty. So all Will saves will be taken at negative for now, until I find some way of increasing that, either through leveling more or through magical items. Alright, more potions. How am I doing on hit points? I'm 3/4 full. I feel pretty safe right now. Who is this? Pavel.
Thank the gods you're here. I thought those goblins were going to be the death of me.
It's me, Pavel, remember? This whole place is crawling with enemies. They killed my brother Bim. Please, COVID, you have to let me join up with you. Everybody needs help from someone once in a while. Someone with skills you don't have. Or sometimes you just need a little extra muscle or magical firepower. That's why most towns have places you can go to hire henchmen to join up with you. When you talk to them, they'll be quick to offer their services for a fee. But I'm not asking you to pay me anything. I just want to join up with you so I can avenge Bim's death and maybe get out of here alive. Okay, join up with me. I'll follow you and use my skills to help you out. If you ever want to give me more specific instructions, just speak to me. I'll change my tactics accordingly. I've got a mind of my own, but you're the one in charge. I'll need your help too. If I get hurt, I might need you to heal me. If you can't cast healing spells, use a potion to heal me. Just drag one from your inventory and I'll use it. Let's get out of here. Alright, so henchman, as it's described in this game, rather than having a full adventuring party in the original campaign, it's just you, and if you want, an additional henchman that will follow you. I believe you can only get one henchman at a time, minus any types of summons or familiars or animal companions you might have based on your class. Normally, I think they draw a small amount of XP away from you while you're adventuring with a companion, so I think you might gain XP at like 3/4 rate rather than full rate. So most of the time I will not be using a henchman, because I want to level a little bit faster. Maybe if I come across some specific parts that are a little bit too challenging, I will use one, or if I have a specific task for them, like opening some chests or doors or something that I don't have the ability to bash in. But for now, we get in the prologue, there is designated points where you level up, so you don't have to worry about XP. So we're going to bring him along. And he will make things go faster. Let's see if they drop anything. They did. I wish they'd drop things a little bit faster, but I think it's a happy medium, so you can still see the bodies.
See what a true warrior looks like.
Alright, we're dealing reduced damage to these skeletons. I think they take reduced damage from everything that is not bludgeoning. And we have a sword, which is slashing type damage. Alright, so a gold piece, bottle of ale, another gold piece. Oof, I'm getting rich. Singular gold pieces. That's how you get very rich. Alright. A few more goblins this way.
Make this fight count. It will be.
Another critical hit. And this one's actually courtesy of our expanded crit range. If you look right here, there's a 19 that I rolled on the dice. Most weapons would not hit with a 19, or not critical hit with a 19. And that's why scimitars are great. Alright, that just leads back into the room we came from with Pavel. Gloves of Discipline. I already explained why it's not necessarily that great, although I guess this kind of proved me wrong. Rather than having a plus 10 at the end of this, I'd have a plus 13, so I'd have a better than even chance, but the places where they'd be useful to stop things like getting knocked down or disarmed, or some other type of combat maneuver like that, are few and far between. I think we'll be okay.
Many fierce enemies await you beyond this door. You will need to draw upon all you have learned here at the Academy to survive.
Alright, so if you will notice here, experience points gained, 112. Afterwards I will show you that we got exactly enough XP in order to reach this level. I don't need you to teach me how to level up. I already know. As you wish, you may pass through the south door only after you have leveled up. That's some fourth wall breaking, man. Alright, so I'm going to go for max hit points rather than allowing myself to get less than max hit points. It's a random dice roll, the 1d10 that I was talking about in the first video when building my character, shown right here, hit die, d10. It's going to roll it for you at the end of you choosing your skills and such. And it will assign you amount of hit points that you go up. I have a constitution of 2, so the max hit points that I can get every level is going to be 12. And I'm going to force its hand a little bit. I'm going to keep, at the end it'll ask you if you want to accept your level up. I'm going to say no if I don't get the max amount of hit points. And then do it again. So next up we're going to get mobility, because that was one of the feats needed to get into Weapon Master. Gives you a +4 dodge bonus to AC if you are taking attacks of opportunity. So this basically lets you move around enemies without getting hit as often. But they made it easy. I think I might do this for the first 3 levels, is giving you max hit points every time you level up at the prologue. And I put 1 skill point into lore. The reason why I didn't put extra skill points into intimidate or persuade or praise or anything like that is that those are all cross-class skills. And what that means is that they take 2 skill points rather than 1, and you can only have up to half your level of ranks in them. So I already, if you want more, yeah. It's kind of complicated, but basically that, the number of ranks that you can increase past level 1. Because you can input 4 or half that 2 at level 1. Alright, let's fight some goblins.
For honor and glory.
You see that there? I was taking some attacks of opportunity because people were moving around me rather than standing fighting. Alright. A fluorospar gem. And more crates to search. A lot of loot. This game is chock full of loot, as you would expect a Dungeons & Dragons game to be. And we're going to be doing our best to get most, if not all of it. Alright, so I got some potions of Cure Moderate Wounds and potions of Bull's Strength. I've played this game so many times that most of the items, I recognize them based on their artwork. So I might forget to tell you guys, the audience, what they are. Anyway, this one's a healer's kit, used for curing diseases, poisons, and just giving you back more hit points when you activate them. It uses your heal skill. The more points you have in your heal skill, the more hit points you will get back from them, and the higher your chances are of getting rid of a disease or poisoning. More skeletons. So this room actually usually has some good loot. You can usually get like splint mail or breastplate or something from one of these chests. I think I've gotten a half plate before, but the one place where I am going to get a half plate is further on in this prologue. Not sure why I use both versions. But that one is probably going to take some save scumming to make sure that I get that. Greenstone, another low quality gem. I'm going to hold on. Alright, let's do this right now. So that right there was a quick save, and I'm basically going to reload that as many times as necessary to get something good from this chest, because this is a chest that has a high probability of getting a good item. And right off the bat, we get splint mail. This is an armor class of 6, better than our armor class of 5, so already an improvement, and I will not have to do any type of save scumming. Easy peasy. Bookshelf. These books don't hold any... It has some background lore on it, but nothing necessarily useful to our quest in any way. So I won't be reading those for now. Alright, 2 ways we can go. We can go straight and to the right, or straight and to the left, or straight all the way through. I think we're going to go right then left, and then forward. So far so good. Haven't had to use any potions or take any rests. If I were playing a magical class that has a specific number of spells that you get per day, I'd probably be resting all the time. That'll also cut some time out of this playthrough. Being a fighter, as long as I don't get hit, I can keep going.
Make this fight count. It will be your last.
Alright, 2 more gold pieces. Another chest back here. More potions. And some thieves' tools, which will be really helpful if we were thieves, but we're not. They give you bonuses to trying to pick locks, or... I think it's pick locks. I don't think it works with traps. But I'll be honest, I haven't tried. Alright, more weak goblins, more weak skeletons. Bim is taking damage. Is there a way to examine Bim? Find out what his stats are? Examine, here we go. Alright, he has an AC of 14. He's a fighter like me. Not nearly as heroic though. Look at his stats. Ugh. That must be why I got specially invited. Alright. Let's loot this room. Copper necklace, that sells for a decent amount. I think you'll find jewelry in these early areas. Copper, silver, and gold. Necklaces sell for a lot more than rings. Alright, potion of cat's grace, that increases your dexterity if you drink it. And potion of cure moderate wounds. In case it wasn't clear, the bull's strength that we looted earlier increases your strength if you drink it. Let's see. I think I got all these right. Alright, we will move forward now. There's another chest here that I usually like getting. If you walk into this room, you'll start the last fight. I will do another silence spell.
For honor and glory.
Alright. This guy will always fire a magic missile at you as you lead. Unless you get there fast enough, he's just not paying attention. Yep, you got it off before we were able to hit him. Sometimes you can interrupt spellcasters, like just right there. Oh, I thought I interrupted him. I guess he maintained concentration. If you hit somebody while they're in the middle of casting a spell, you have a chance of interrupting that spell. Half plate. Look at that. This is going to save me so much time. I was going to have to just keep quitting and saving and reloading these chests until I found a the armor that I wanted. But that is not necessary. I've gotten some good luck in this game. And this is what I'm talking about. If you have several suits of armor on, it can fill up your weight pretty fast, even though you have lots of open space in your inventory. The weight will get you, and we're pretty strong right now. We're at 200. But half plate is the best armor that you're gonna get in the prologue. Armor class 7, so we're all the way up to 20. We're doing good. Oh, I forgot. Oh no. Alright, let's make some damage. So that was a Dryad, there's a Yonti, an Intellect Devourer, and then I think there was a Cockatrice somewhere? Maybe I missed that right at the beginning. Those were the 4 Water Deviant creatures that everyone is speaking of. They teleported away during the middle of the chaos. They wanted to GTFO. Alright. We finished the Goblin Invaders off, and then these are Dester, Indeline, and Fenthic Moss. Let's see what they have to say.
We came too late. The creatures are lost. The academy students slain. No! This cannot be! How could this happen?
All is lost, Fenthic. The nymph has fled. The Yonti and the other creatures have escaped into the streets of the city. And where was Erebeth during all this?
I have come from Lady Erebeth. She sent me to protect the creatures. Are you the student she sent? Did Erebeth really think a whelp such as this could defend the Water Deviant creatures? She should have come herself. Is she really so blind, Fenthic? Dester, I will have you speak no more ill of Lady Erebeth. She did what she thought was best. Bah! I know of the feelings you and Lady Erebeth have for each other, but it does nothing to change the facts. She was wrong to bring the creatures here. I will leave you and your lady love to clean up this mess, Fenthic. I must go and make arrangements to recover the cure Erebeth has so carelessly lost.
I need to speak to you.
Alright, Pavel, let's talk. I owe you my life, COVID. Without you, I wouldn't have made it out of here. I could have died, just like my brother. You've got what it takes to be a great hero, COVID, maybe even a legend. But this life isn't for me. I know that now. Goodbye. Thank you once more for saving me. I know you'll be a great hero someday, but I don't want to risk my neck for fame and fortune. I'm no hero. I just want a nice oh,
quiet life. I doubt our paths will cross again anytime soon. Goodbye, and good luck.
Peace. Alright, one more thing to talk to Fenthic about.
You must forgive Dester. The strain of the Wailing Death weighs heavily on the Hellmites.
That's the order that Dester is a part of.
As their leader, Dester has worked long and hard to help ease the suffering of Neverwinter, and this most recent setback has upset him greatly. I'm Fenthic Moss, priest of Tyr and companion of the Lady Erebeth. You must be the student Erebeth told me about.
Yes, I am. Dester and I arrived with reinforcements shortly after the attack began. We found Erebeth in the South Assembly Chamber, hard-pressed by dozens of the mysterious assailants. We managed to drive off the attackers, and Erebeth told us she had sent one of the students on ahead to defend the Water Deviant creatures. While Erebeth tended to the wounded, one of the mages who had arrived with the reinforcements teleported Dester and me to this room. Alas, we arrived to find the cages upturned and creatures fleeing. Is the battle over, then? A few straggling goblins are all that remain of our attackers, but I fear we have lost this battle. The Water Deviant creatures are gone. We have no clues as to who planned the attack, and I doubt any prisoners we take will know anything about who is truly behind this. In any case, discovering their identity is secondary. Our first priority must be to recapture the Water Deviant creatures so that we may extract a cure for the Wailing Death. I will help you in this task, Fenthic. From all accounts, you are a capable man, COVID. Erebeth told me the instructors at the academy spoke very highly of you. I do not know what role you are to play in this, COVID. That is for my Lady Erebeth to decide. You must meet her at the halls of justice in the coming week. Lady Arabeth will have more information for you then. Hopefully, we'll have a better understanding of what we are up against. We must all do our part, COVID. You could ask some questions here. I think we will just move forward. I will meet you at the Halls of Justice within the week then. There is much to attend to in the coming week. Arabeth and I will meet you at the temple. May Tyr's blessing be upon you, COVID. And we will get this necessary experience to level up. Alright, more fighter. This time we can add more to the intimidate. Only up to 3. And lore and persuade. Aha. I think once I get intimidate finished off, I will add some to appraise to try and make my time a little bit easier with merchants. Alright, another feat. We can go for expertise. I believe that was one of the necessary feats. So yeah, I don't think we'll ever be using this. What it does is it gives you, while you're attacking, you can take a penalty of 5 to your attack rolls in order to gain a 5 bonus to your AC. Probably won't use that. I like hitting things, and I'm not that easy to hit to begin with. But hey, it's necessary. And we got max hit points again, so we're solid there. Alright, we're exactly at 3,000. Next level is at 6,000. Alright, I will show you the... Actually, no. I will leave it the way I am. I am injured now. I will catch you guys next time.